Oh, chef. Might throw something on.
Okay, a couple things we want to look at. First of all, when we get our fish in, we want to see that the eyes are nice and predominant, not sunken in. It's an indication that the fish is old. Then we want to look at the gills, and we want to make sure that the gills have a nice color to it. They're not slimy. If the gills are slimy, it's an indication indeed that the fish is old. A couple things we see too, that the fish has come in on ice, and we want to receive it on ice and store it on ice. If the fish doesn't come in on ice, it's an indication that the product hasn't been stored properly in transport, and I would refuse the fish. What I like to do when I'm taking a fish, and this is a brown fish, so brown fish in general have two fillets. Ordering this fish, indeed we have the entrails removed prior to it being delivered. What I like to do is take and hold the fish by the eye and the gill. It gives me a little handle. Get in and around, right behind the gill, and right up towards the head. We want to make sure we get as much fillet as possible. A lot of times we might cut and we don't get right towards the head here. What we're going to now do is we're going to cut down the body and the length of the body, and we're going to actually cut through the rib bones, and we're going to hear it when we cut through it. And you're going to hear little nicks of the rib bones as we start to cut through.
Would you also feel it through your knife? Or?
You can feel it a little, and what we want to do is just follow the spine all the way down. Now, this is one side. We can see right here that we actually cut through the spine a little bit, and we cut through the rib bones right here. There is a little bit of flesh that will remain right on the spine, and what we can do is take a spoon and gather up this flesh and then make mousse or other items with it. It actually is a nice product.
It's a nice tartare.
Okay, what I like to do now is take and follow the rib bones and remove. And depending what the ultimate usage is going to be for, I might take and just slightly square the top off, removing any bits and pieces of the fins. Now, we can take another knife and feeling with our fingers, we can take our knife and just go backwards against what we call the pin bones. The pin bones are small little bones that we don't want the guests to get. And with a good set of needle nose or a pin bone remover, sort of looks like a little pair of tweezers, we can remove the pin bones one at a time. Always go over and push down a little firmer, and I can still feel one or two that we might have missed. So,
Do you count them, or it's easy to see if you miss one?
you could feel the pin bones.
Is there like a certain number from?
Now, to remove the skin, what I like to do is take the fish by the tail, grab the tail, and with a sharp knife, wiggle the skin, keeping the knife slightly angled towards the skin. and remove the skin. So for our event tomorrow, little pieces of spine in here we want to take out. Sometimes that happens when we cut. So our event tomorrow, we're going to serve the fish sort of a family-style fish with a crust on it, and we're going to have to pre-cut it. And, yes. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut it down the middle. And then we're going to just take a little piece of bone right there. Take and make small angled fillets, and then we're going to take and make a cashew crust with honey and ginger for our event. Okay, now when we store the fish, it's really important not to allow the ice to touch the fillets itself. What we want to do is we want to take the fish, put them in Ziploc paper bags, put ice on the bottom and on the top of the fish, and just let them sit there. Put in a perforated pad under it so any water can just drip down. If the fish is allowed to touch the water, the fish will get slimy and soggy, and it's not servable to your guests.